So we need to talk about a big problem that's happening right now in the United States, and that is that many businesses, these are restaurants, even some retail stores, are actually requiring you to pay with a credit card or a debit card. But at the same time, they're charging you more as a result because many people say they will not accept cash. So I want to break down what's going on at this time, why this is turning into a massive crisis, and this is going to cause many people, millions of people here in the United States to panic because they don't have the bank account, they don't have the card necessary to even make a purchase. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So let me start off by asking one question. Have you, just recently, have you gone to a restaurant? It could be a sit-down restaurant, a fast food restaurant. It could be a truck, right? A food truck. But have you gone to any of these places and they tell you they don't accept cash? Well, here's the thing. I actually went to a fast food restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of it, but I went to this fast food restaurant just the other day with a handful of people, and our total came up to $93. And well, I handed them a $100 bill. They said, "Sorry, we don't take $100 bills." So the bill, the amount was $93, and I handed them $100 because that is the most logical, thing to do. And they said, "No, we don't take hundreds." I said, "Okay." So I pulled out 250s, handed the cashier 250s. She said, "Sorry, we don't take 50s, we don't take hundreds." I said, "Okay, so you want me to carry around 5 $20 bills in my pocket in order to pay for this?" She said, "No, or you can just pay with a debit or credit card, and there'll be a small little fee tacked onto it, 3%. So on top of my bill, on top of paying taxes, I got to pay a 3% fee because that is what the credit card company charges them. So here's the thing. More and more businesses are saying they don't take hundreds, they don't take 50s. I actually went into a frozen yogurt shop, and they actually don't even take 20s. All they take is 1s, 5s, and 10s. That's it. How crazy is that? We are now being asked to either pay with cash or pay more. That's what we're being told. Because again, how many people walk around with a $50 bill or $100? A lot of people do. Because in the event that they can't pay with a card, they'll pay with that $100 bill, right? Simple. But this is the crazy part. This is happening all across the country, everywhere. I've seen this happen at theme parks where they don't accept a $100 bill. All they say is, "Hey, just give us a card." Yeah, we'll take cards. All cards are accepted, except they're not. I actually went to a place, theme park, last summer now, and they told me that no, they don't accept American Express. And I was shocked. It's like, okay, so you don't accept $100 bills, you don't accept American Express, but yet all payment methods are accepted. Interesting. But here's the reason I bring this up. Because there are over 6 million people in the United States that are unbanked. They don't have a credit card. They don't have a debit card. They have no way to pay for certain payments. Nothing. And I bring this up because I have a couple friends that they are unbanked. And they're not unbanked because they couldn't open up a bank account because of some past history. They're unbanked because they do not want to rely on the bank. They don't trust the banks. Okay? And the reason I think this is so important is because we've been getting a lot of discussions lately on banks and whether or not they're going to become insolvent, whether or not they have a liquidity crisis, or they're doing a bail-in where they take the customer's money to bail them out of their current financial predicament. That is the scary part. When you put your money into the bank and you expect when you go back to that bank they will be able to hand it to you at a moment's notice. Sorry, that doesn't work that way. And I've talked about this over the past couple weeks as well, where I actually went into one of my banks because of something that was said here on the channel. And many people were telling me that they've taken cashier's checks to their bank, and the bank told them that no, the funds are not readily available, that they will be available within 72 hours. That's what everyone said. And I thought, that's crazy. It's a cashier's check. It's as good as cash. And so I went to one of my banks and I took out a cashier's check of like $30,000 or $40,000, and I went to another bank and I deposited that check. And they told me the same thing. Said, sorry, we can't give you the money. And I was like, you can't give me the money? Like, I don't have access to any of it? And really what the lady thought is I was going to cash it. I told her, no, I don't need the money today. I want access to it though. And she told me, okay, how much you want? I said, well, all of it. It's a cashier's check. She ended up giving me $5,000 immediately that I could use on my card, within the second of walking out of the bank. And then the other $35,000 or $25,000 was going to sit there and it would be available after about 72 hours. So that's the thing that we're getting into. Banks are taking your money, don't want to give it to you. They're asking a lot of questions as to, well, what are you going to do with it? Do you really need $10,000? Do you need that in cash? Do you need hundreds or ones? Like, what are you going to do with it? So that's why many people, as of right now, are unbanked, because they don't trust the major banks. Now, the major banks aren't going to go under. I don't see them going under anytime soon. But the regional banks, the small banks, those are ones that are going to have a hard time getting through this commercial real estate crisis. Because, again, commercial real estate is going to be hammered within the next about 8 months. About 8 to 9 months, we're going to see the commercial real estate industry get hammered. And that's going to bring down many banks. As of right now, based off a recent report, it's saying that about 63 banks are going to go under. There's another report that says that just for commercial real estate alone, we're going to see about 67 banks go under. What's that? 130 banks that are going to go under potentially within the next year. So for me, keeping cash is important, but at the same time, you need the cash to work for you. But at the same time, am I going to keep my money in a bank and use a debit card or credit card when I have no clue if that bank is even going to be around in the next 6 to 12 months? No, that is troubling. And so this is why I bring this to your attention, because right now businesses are saying either pay with cash, which I hate to hold on to cash because if you ever lose it, it's gone. No paper trail, right? I like the fact that you can use cash because, again, no paper trail. But here's the thing. Businesses are telling us either pay with cash or pay a little bit more because you are going to pay our credit card transaction fees. So, again, it's an interesting time that we're in right now, but I wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of people that I've talked to recently are feeling the exact same way. Why are we being told to pay with cash, yet there's so many different industries that are trying to move away from cash? And again, everyone says cash is king. Honestly, I don't know so much about that right now, but we will see moving forward. The only thing I can tell you right now is if you have to go to a business and they say, no, we do not accept cash, we only accept a card, and then at the same time they tell you, but we're also going to charge you an extra 3% because we have to pay for our credit card transaction fees, that would be one business that I would probably stop going to. There's only one business that I know of right now that's done that, and I've stopped going to it. So I will leave you with that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.